Aloha, beautiful souls. This is Ryan of tranSOULution, and welcome to my channel, Transform with Ryan, where I am bringing you that light whenever there are shadows. Now, in this pick a card tarot reading, we are going to find out for you, where is your life headed next? Ooh, I'm getting some really good vibes from this reading today, y'all. So let's take a look at your options, okay? So first out, we have the Bardo. Very, very interesting art here, wouldn't you say? And in the middle here, we have the Starborn. Loving this energy from this card as well, the different splashes of color there. And on the right here, we have the Bridge with these lovely connections flowing in between these hands. So go ahead and take a moment to tune in and see which one of these three options is calling to you the most to reveal to you where is your life headed next. And go ahead and take a look in the description box down below for the timestamps to head over to your reading, and I will see you there, loves. Hey there, Star Fam! Welcome to another reading here at Transform with Ryan. And today we are going to be looking at where is your life headed next. So for those of you that were drawn to the Bardo card here, let me know in the comments down below. And of course, let me know where you're tuning in from. So let's get into your reading, okay, fam? So the Bardo, very, very interesting energy here. One that I was not familiar with before I purchased this deck here. But the Bardo is this space between this life and the next. And so before any of you start freaking out here because of all these skulls and again that space transitioning into the next lifetime, it has nothing to do with foretelling like death, doom and gloom, nothing like that. What it really is when you shift into this space that exists again between this life and the next, you are privy to this wealth of knowledge and understanding. You're able to communicate with energies and beings that are no longer in this dimension here. So you'll be able to tap into the wisdom and the knowledge of your ancestors, and you'll even be able to tap into the information and the guidance from other lifetimes, both from the past and the future even. Oh my God, like how cool is that? And so what is coming up next for your life really is this awakening of sorts, all right? And it's an awakening to wisdom that you previously did not have, or an understanding about a situation that caused you a lot of pain and hurt in the past, okay? So this energy is really helpful for healing and releasing. So you're going to have this download, this vision, this dream, this stroke of insight here that's going to really help you release some energies of the past, which will ultimately then help you step into your brilliant, brighter future here, okay? There's also an energy of forgiveness here, and that's part of the letting go and the releasing process, is forgiving yourself, forgiving others, and forgiving, just the process of life. There are certain things at play that we're not always aware of, right? That influence our situations from different sources. And you'll have that awareness now, this clarity. And so you're heading into a time of peace and healing, and also what I'm feeling is like rejuvenating. Okay, it's there because of this release here. This burden and this weight is going to be off of your shoulders, and you're going to start feeling yourself getting more and more energized again. More optimistic, more hopeful for what's to come. Oh, I love that. That is so beautiful, my loves. Now we're going to pull a magical spell card here to see what kind of what kind of magic you are unlocking coming up here next in your life. And then we're going to go to the tarot to get some more information and details on this next phase here. Oh, okay. I guess Spirit is like, you're done shuffling. Do a quick little doohickey thing like this. I don't even know what to call that. And cut. Dun, 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 dun. So this is the next bit of magic you are unlocking here in your life. True love, come to me. Oh my gosh. So I was not even thinking this is where we were going to go here. But let's read the little spell on the bottom here. It says, true love shall come to me, as I do will, so mote it be. Oh my gosh. So this healing that you are going through is definitely allowing love to come into your life. So for those of you that are single, like, hey, we got some romance in the air coming up for you, thanks to all this release and healing of past hurts that you will be doing. And I'm also feeling for some of you, you know, you're really going to be reunited with your romantic soulmate here, because with these visions and these dreams that you're receiving, it's just like, whoa, this is definitely like a prequel to your meeting with this person. And for those of you where it's really not like necessarily romance that you're after, maybe you're kind of content in your singlehood, or you're already in a loving relationship, this is really some energy of true love. And by true love, we're talking about unconditional love. So remember how we were tapping into some of the energies of ancestors that have passed on from this plane? Their energy is coming through for you to, what I'm hearing is like uplift you, okay? Help you really see your purpose and your value here in the world. Really set your energies at ease here, because I'm sensing there's a little bit of anxiety, because some of you may have been wondering, like, what's the point of all this? What's going on here? I feel like I'm just kind of going through the motions of life, but I'm not really living. And what's coming through is this unconditional love and some insight, you know, as to like your purpose and why you are here and what you're meant to do. And it's just this wave of love that is a source of encouragement and support for you, okay? And loving yourself and loving why you're here, and your journey as it unfolds. Ah, yes, yes, yes. Oh, that feels really, really good. That feels really good. Okay, let's get some tarot. Let's find out more on what is going on here and where your life is headed next. Let's get a little bit more details about the situation, if you will. Okay. So, you know, I usually shuffle these cards as I put them away after a reading as well, to sort of clear the energy a bit. And when I do another reading, I feel like I need to shuffle them a lot more for whatever reason. And so that's Spirit's way of saying like, hey, you shuffle them enough. Let's get to some info here. Okay, so we have the Queen of Swords, Ace of Swords. Okay, we're starting off with quite the bit of swords energy here. We have the 10 of Swords next, the 2 of Coins. Okay, let's see. I want to make sure there's enough room here, because we're going to get 8 cards out. 8 is a number of movement, of ascension. 7 of Cups, the High Priestess, the Hanged Man, and let's just throw this one up here. The Wheel of Fortune. Ooh, 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 ooh. What an interesting card to end on. Okay, let me, because it's that time of the year where the weather is nice, I'm going to close the window real quick, so hang tight. Okay, that should muffle some of the sounds coming through. Okay, so let's see what else we got going on here. So definitely a lot of destiny here. And what I'm feeling with this Wheel of Fortune starting out is there is this web, this energetic web connecting this existence with your other lives, with future lives, with all your ancestors, and the energies and the soul bonds that you've created over all these lifetimes and realities and existences, okay? And so there's this interconnectedness that you're really tapping into. And it's this sort of, what I'm sensing for many of you is this feeling of being part of this beautiful tapestry, this beautiful design of life, and you're able to see, like, yeah, your place within this tapestry, within this web of life. But you're also going to be able to have this kind of epiphany of the interconnectedness of all the lives and all the beings through time and space here, and it's going to leave you in awe. But it's bringing this sense of peace here, and it's honestly what I'm hearing is that some of the issues that you've been facing as of late is they're going to feel very trivial to you once you have a bigger view on the grand scheme of things, and that's going to offer you some energy of relief once again, and feeling less burdened, feeling less anxious, less worried. Oh, that's so, so beautiful. Okay, what do we got going on here? There's so many different cards. So let's feel into the messages that are coming through here. So definitely a different perspective on your situation, on the course your life has taken, and the rest of the story of your life that is still yet unwritten. So all the different ways in which you could take your life, move your life, like maybe some of you feel like, have I reached my peak already? Like, am I kind of done here? Is this the best that I can hope to achieve for the remainder of my life? And Spirit is like, no, honey, there is still a lot more fun to be had, a lot more success, a lot more experiences, a lot more joy to go through here, okay? And definitely a lot more learning, like that's for sure. So yes, new ideas, new information coming through for you here with the Ace of Swords. Again, it's because of this glimpse into the ethers, into the collective consciousness, into the everything, is what I'm sensing here. And okay, a lot of intuitive energy coming through here, and what I'm hearing is stories. So you see this beautiful lady here, kind of curled up, comfy in this pile of pillows with a book open. And so, oh my gosh, why did I not think of this before? How many of you have ever heard of the Akashic Records? Yes, yes, maybe some of you. So, for those of you that haven't heard of the Akashic Records is basically, you can think of it almost as a library or a repository of everything that has ever lived, ever. Okay, so in this repository, in this library of sorts, you have your own like book or volume, your own database of all your lives that you have lived. And, you know, there are people who teach others how to access these records. I took a course myself, so I know how to access my Akashic records. I didn't take the secondary course, which is about learning how to access other people's Akashic records. But I know how to access my Akashic records and really dive into my destiny pathways. And so, what I'm seeing for many of you is whether or not you are officially trained, you're going to be able to get glimpses of your Akashic records, of your other lifetimes. And that's going to, again, provide support and encouragement and wisdom to your current life. What I'm hearing is like things are actually going to make sense to you on like a whole nother level on this life, because you're going to see like, oh, well, in this other life, this happened. So now I understand why in this life things are the way they are. Okay, makes sense? So you're definitely going to be able to tap into some of your Akashic records for some of you that were drawn to this Bardo card here. And that's going to be very life-changing here. It's like your ideas are going to take, you know, a 180. You're going to see the world through a whole new light. I'm seeing here this is the death of the old version of you. There's like this transcendence happening. I felt that with the Wheel of Fortune, okay? You're leaving the past behind. It's basically like this card is showing, it's like dead and gone. It's sinking into the abyss, into the darkness, and it's being truly released and healed, okay? With the Seven of Cups, definitely, I'm seeing dreams. Many of you, I would suggest setting an intention before you go to sleep at night to remember your dreams completely upon waking, and keeping a dream journal here, all right? Because that's gonna be very important for you to kind of keep track of the information you're receiving, because sometimes with all these cosmic downloads and things that we get, it's like the human brain can't process it fast enough. So it helps to write it all down so that you can come back to it again later and sort of pick it apart a little bit more thoroughly, or really reveal and understand different aspects of that. Okay, so keep that dream journal because there's a lot of dreams here, and honestly, like the wildest and most random stuff is gonna come out. Like what I'm seeing here is like pick a lamp and give it a little rub and see what kind of genie pops out, what kind of wish is granted here, because it's definitely not what you're going to anticipate. It's not what you're gonna really think of. Okay. So, that kind of reminds me of the first time I officially had a past life regression done. Like I had done one like through an audio file before this. But, maybe some people, when they think of their past lives, they have some notions on what they expect to see, right? Like maybe they expect to see what time that they've lived in, medieval times, ancient Greece, maybe what country they lived in, maybe what type of person they were, right, in previous lifetimes. But when I had my first regression, like I went into a life in ancient Egypt, which was cool because I just have always felt naturally drawn to ancient Egypt, and I found the culture of ancient Egypt to be very fascinating, and I, for whatever reason, feel so drawn to hieroglyphics, right? And this is why, because I had a past life in Egypt. But I didn't anticipate that I would recall a life as a slave, that I lived a life as a slave, right? And so that really surprised me. And I'm sure that when you recall some of these memories, when you're tapped into the ether, the collective consciousness, to source, Akashic records, you're going to be surprised at what you find, because there's going to be parts of it that like make sense to your brain, just like Egypt made sense to my brain, and then there's other parts of it that you're going to be surprised about, but it's really going to help you understand your soul's journey here. Okay. And that's what I'm seeing here with this Two of Coins kind of being reinforced, is like you don't know what you're expecting. So this mother here, she didn't expect that she was going to be giving birth to twin halflings, right? Half bear, half human. Like, what? That was not what she was thinking was going down. I mean, I don't think anyone thinks that they're going to give birth to half animal creatures, right? But that's what happened. And from this experience, this woman has a greater appreciation for life, has a greater appreciation and understanding of her true nature, and perhaps even any biases that she's had before that were really holding her back, right? It's kind of what I'm hearing is like maybe there's some type of prejudice that you have, again, or like a bias that you've had towards something. And once you open your heart and you open your mind to it, you're going to have your life enriched in so many ways, right? Like maybe this mother, we don't know, maybe she's like, I could never love my child who has like a half furry body like a bear. Like, are you kidding me? Like, it's a monstrosity. That could definitely have been what was going through her mind. But she surprised herself that when she saw her children, she felt nothing but love for them and wanted to care for them and protect them and nurture them despite their appearance, okay? And so maybe for some of you, you had some opinions and some notions about certain people in the world, certain practices, certain belief systems, that you're going to start to understand more clearly now through these experiences that are coming up in your life next, these revelations. And it's going to open your heart up, open your mind up to this greater world around you and how you can work with these energies rather than be repulsed by them or put them down or what is the word I'm looking for? Or like repress them or shun them. You're able to embrace them, okay? It kind of makes me think of the issue with racism that a lot of countries experience, where there's like a group of people, like the minority, or whatever that is for where you live in the world, that a lot of people are like prejudiced against, and they like think that group of people is less than, or or lower kind of beings and lower priority, lower social standing, that kind of thing. And you might, I don't even want to say might, actually, I think you're going to be quite surprised at some of these unconscious, subconscious biases that you may have that are going to come to light, that are meant to, again, be released, okay? To help you see that everybody is really just a soul existing here in physical form on this planet, okay? Yes, that is definitely ringing very true and very deep for on so many levels for you all, my loves. Okay, what do we got here with this Queen of Swords? We have not talked about this you know, flashy figure here with this awesome headpiece on, looking so boss. Okay, so this is very, very interesting, okay? So what I'm seeing here and what I'm feeling from this card is you're going to be made aware of some of the ways in which you've wronged others, okay? It's so easy for so many of us to be aware of the situations in which we were the victim, in which we were wronged and we were mistreated, but you know, none of us are pure or perfect. And there have been situations in which we were the villain in the story. You know, we were the perpetrator here in our life. And we have all hurt somebody along our journey as well. And you're going to be made aware of that. It's the Queen of Swords, you know, she is a very blunt and harsh mistress, if you will, because she delivers the truth. She doesn't dance around it. She delivers truth, swift justice, and she is definitely going to reveal to you the ways in which you have been, you know, the cause of pain and suffering in some other people's life. And in those instances, what you're going to be able to do is offer apologies and ask for forgiveness from the other party, whether you are able to do that in person or you just do it sort of on the astral realm, on the energetic realm. And by asking for forgiveness from this other being, you can end that energetic tie between you and them, okay? And that debt, that link can be released and fulfilled, and you don't have to carry that energy with you anymore. And so again, we're coming back to this energy of like feeling this burden, this weight lifted, okay? And allowing true love to come into the picture, this healing, vibrant, light energy, okay? Oh, wow, wow. Gotta keep it real on this channel, okay? Gotta keep it real. You know, we try to give those high vibe messages and positive things, but, you know, we are in that realm of duality, and there are things that are unpleasant to have to go through, and unpleasant to be made aware of, but that is part of this journey here. That's why we came here to this dimension, this realm, is to grow and learn from our mistakes. As well as experience the good things in life. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so let's see what lovely, inspiring messages here. This divine feather deck has for you all. So we got the hummingbird that popped out. Let's do one more. Okay, so here's your two feathers. We got here, what a wonderful complement with the green and the black with the splashes of white. So let's see what the hummingbird says first. Release what you've been carrying and lighten up. New joy is on the way. Hey, there you go. Release, release, release. You've been carrying this energy, whether you know it or not. It could even be from another lifetime. Maybe it's even some ancestral energy that you've been carrying around, and now it is time for you to release it. Okay, that's this next chapter in life, is this cleansing energy. And this second feather comes from the loon. It says, pay attention to your dream time. Oh, was I not just saying that? Yo, you saw me shuffling these cards. Like, I cannot make this stuff up, hun. So it says, pay attention to your dream time. Messages of guidance are drifting in. Get that journal, loves. Get that journal. It's going to come in handy here in the next few days. So, my dears, let me know what you thought of your reading. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Turn that notification bell on so you don't miss a reading. And you can go to another one by clicking this link right up here in the top right corner. Now, special message to my beautiful evolving star fam out there. Please take a look in the description box down below. I have a link there to book a one-to-one discovery call with me because I am looking to work one-on-one with some brilliant, awesome souls who want to grow in law of attraction, manifestation abilities, who want to expand their psychic powers, who want to do some deep, transformative, energetic healing and really start to manifest all the things that they dream and wish for. So if that sounds like something that's all gravy and all good to you, make sure you book that appointment with me. Let's see if we're a good match for each other so that I can help and support you along your journey in manifesting all that you desire and experiencing this beautiful, deep healing. All right? So I will see you all very, very, very soon. Again, I hope to connect with each and every one of you at some point. And until then, sending you so much love and cosmic hugs. Take care, huns. Hey there, Star Fam. Welcome back to another reading with Transform with Ryan. And today we are looking at where is your life headed next. So for those of you that were drawn to the middle card here, the Starborn, let me know who you be down in the comments below. And of course, let me know where you're tuning in from. So let's get into your reading, okay? Star fam. So the Starborn, wow, there's so many different layers to this card already, like right out of the gate, okay? So you all know that I love me some astrology, and I love astrology as a tool to get a better understanding of ourselves and our purpose and what our destiny is, what we want to accomplish here in this lifetime. Because in that moment you were born, like down to the minute, in that specific location on Earth, the sky had a very unique and special formation, okay? And you know, the stars, what I feel in my heart of hearts, and of course, feel free to disagree, of course, is that, you know, the earth has a gravitational pull, yes? So the earth affects us with its gravity. The moon has its own gravity, the sun has its own gravitational field, all the planets have this gravitational field, and we feel the Earth's gravity because we live on this planet, and we may not feel the pull of like Pluto, of Jupiter, or whatever, but it doesn't mean it does not exist. All right, and that it doesn't hold sway over us, and we are just a simple piece of the puzzle here. And all those stars are, you know, said to be other galaxies, other star systems. And who's to say that they are not also having an effect on us as well, just like gravity is here on Earth, this unseen force. And so what I'm seeing here for many of you on what's headed up next in your life is this reconnection with your destiny and your purpose, okay? And a lot of that can be brought back to your childhood and what you felt were your dreams and your goals and what you wanted out of life before, you know, adulting came in, before this notion of limitations and restrictions entered your life, before these ideas of what you can and cannot do as an adult came into your life. So it's this revisiting of this destiny that was foretold in a way the moment you were born, like what is written in the stars for you. And so for you in particular, my loves, if you haven't ever done this, it might be helpful for you to have your natal chart read by an astrologer, okay? And get some things pointed out for you to help you reconnect with your true essence and your true being, which can't get any purer than when you were a child, okay? Before, again, the programming and the belief systems were thrust upon you by other people, okay? And before you became this hodgepodge, if you will, this melting pot of other people's beliefs and societal conditioning and stuff. So what I'm seeing here is this opportunity for you in your life coming up here to reconnect with your dreams. Okay, reconnect to something you were passionate about that kind of fell to the wayside when you were so caught up being this responsible adult, right? And doing what everyone's supposed to be doing at your age. So just reconnecting with that. And finding out that there's more to life for you than just going through the motions of like wake up, eat, take a shower, exercise, go to work, make money, spend time with family and friends, go to sleep, dream, and then wake up the next day, repeat the cycle, that kind of thing. So, this reconnection and this zest for life, this joie de vivre, right? I think I said that correctly. I definitely don't know French. Just go with it. So, that is coming up next in your life, this opportunity to, again, maybe there was a hobby that you really enjoyed before that you weren't able to do much with because, whatever, life happened. Maybe there's someone that you wanted to reconnect with that you haven't had a chance to speak to before. Like the possibilities are endless, actually. Like, what has been lacking in your life. I hope. And if not, hopefully this reading will help illuminate that for you. So, what's been lacking in your life, what you'd like to reconnect with again. And coming up here is that opportunity to do so. And it's going to have surprising results, like it's going to be surprising to see where this leads, what new relationships can be formed, what new opportunities for career, growth, finances, friendships can come of this. So let's find out what magic is also unlocking here for you in this next part of your life here. Courage. Ooh, by shining brave and true and bright, my courage now returns this night. Oh, yes, honey, yes. True and bright, just like the stars are bright in the night sky. And so, really, what this is going back to your roots, going back to who you were as a child, who you truly are deep within before you took on this role in society so that you could fit in, that you could have a place, so, you could survive. What I'm seeing for you now is being able to truly be honest with who you are and what you want out of life and really declaring it, okay? And by declaring it, you're able to open this clear pathway towards fulfilling your dreams, all right? And there definitely has to be this element of courage here because of a couple of things. Some of you may be afraid of how other people in your life are going to perceive this sort of new goal, this new vision you have for yourself. They might be kind of shocked or surprised. Maybe some of them might even put it down, right? And be like, oh, well, what do you mean you want to start a YouTube channel? What do you mean you want to write a book? Like, you're not a writer. You're not a social media personality and whatever. Maybe some of you want to go audition on like a talent show or whatever. And it's people are like, no, you're too old for that kind of thing, or you don't have enough talent. And there are going to be people who are going to contradict what you see for your future, but you're going to be able to tap into this courage, again, of existing and being authentically you and letting that outweigh any doubts and fears that other people might put onto you, okay? And for some of you, this could involve leaving something behind, okay? Having that courage to step away from something that has been hurting you or that's no longer enriching you or making you happy. Maybe it's a job. Maybe it's a habit that you have. Maybe it's a relationship of yours, right? And so this magical support here to help give you courage and faith and belief in your path is coming through for you. Yeah. Definitely some tough decisions are going to be made here, and the path ahead is not going to be, all rainbows and sunshines and tweeting birds and easygoing stuff. Like, as you step forth, you're unlocking new energies here, okay? And you're cleansing away old energies, and that can be quite the task here. It's just like doing a deep spring cleaning of your house, right? It takes effort, it takes time, it takes energy, but the reward is this lovely, beautiful, clean, cozy home. Um, and so that's kind of what we're doing. We're renovating your life here, all right? And helping it match more authentically with who you are truly inside. So, yes, let's step into authenticity and being courageously you. Oh, I love it. Um, it's making me think of those books by Brene Brown. Have any of you read Brene Brown's books? They're actually really good. And she even had like a special on Netflix that was like really awesome. So that might be something you want to look into as well. We were talking about your natal chart, perhaps reading some books by Brene Brown or watching some of her interviews or presentations online would be good for you as well to get some inspiration, all right? So let's get some tarot to get some more insight on this situation coming forth. We have the King of Swords, Knight of Coins, Eight of Cups, there you go, leaving something behind for some of you. The Lovers, beautiful. The World, the World card. Oh, this is big, y'all. This is big. This is juicy. Big and juicy stuff is going down. Seven of Wands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I wanted to get 8, so let's make a little bit room for cards number 7 and 8 here for you, my dears. Queen of Cups. Wow, so there's a lot of court cards here. There's a lot of people that are involved in this next phase of your life here. And then we have the Nine of Swords. Okay. So definitely honoring your destiny path, okay? Why you are here in the world is a big part of this. Because here with the Nine of Swords, this is the story of... oh my God, why am I blanking on his name? The Oracle of Delphi predicted that this man's son, Orpheus, it begins with an O, that his son was going to kill him. And so there's this anxiety and this worry that he and his wife go through about their son, like, oh my gosh, should I let my son live? He's gonna grow up to murder me. And sometimes I'm like, yo, Oracle, why you gotta be saying that kind of information to people? Like, what is the point here? Why are you doing that? Sharing this news, especially, when it comes to crimes that haven't been yet committed. But anyways, let's not get too philosophical here with that or derailed on sidetracked. But here what I'm seeing is that just like this man here, whatever his full name is, maybe you can comment that down below. There's something that you've been fearing about honoring your destiny path moving forward and having the courage to be who you truly are. And, a lot of times some of those fears can be related to this fear of failure, or this fear of not being accepted, fear of insecurity, right? Like leaving something that comes so easily to you and that's providing enough security and comfort that you don't want to let it go. Do you know what I'm saying? And so it's this fear of the unknown even. So it's working through these fears that you may have that's been stopping you from pursuing your dreams, okay? Because now there's this opportunity portal opening up for you to revisit your dreams once again and make something of it, okay? Something good, something amazing. And that's what's showing up here in the world. It's like there's this chance now for you to really have success in pursuing your dreams coming up here, whatever they may be. And it doesn't have to be anything like amazing or like outlandish where it's like, I want to be a Hollywood star or I want to be a billionaire. Like, it doesn't have to be something so extravagant as that. Like, really go deep and go to your core and like, what is it that would truly make you happy? Because, being a billionaire is not what's going to make everybody on this planet happy. That's not everybody's journey here, okay? So what is your journey here? okay? And making that choice. Lover's card is making that choice. We talked about the Eight of Cups, leaving behind what is no longer working for you, what no longer feels good to you anymore, okay? And you know, we did talk about spring cleaning here earlier in the reading, and it doesn't even have to be that big. Like, you know, spring cleaning, maybe it's like cleaning out the whole house and the garage and the backyard and everything, but the spring cleaning doesn't have to be that dramatic, just like your dream doesn't have to be that extravagant. It could be something just as simple as cleaning out the closets, cleaning out the bedroom, cleaning out the garage, right? Just picking one room, one space, cleaning it out, letting it be refreshed and renewed, okay? So it could be as simple as that. Leaving something behind doesn't have to be like, okay, I'm just gonna pack up and go live amongst the monks over there in in Nepal, or like, no, it doesn't have to be like crazy like that. We have to forsake all earthly possessions and join a convent or a monastery or whatever. Like, no, it doesn't have to be that big. It could, again, just be taking stock of your life and seeing where all this effort and energy is being wasted. Okay, where it's like, hey, I'm working hard for this stuff and it is still draining my time, draining my energy, and I'm getting literally little to nothing out of it. Okay, like, it's not making me feel good. I'm in this hot sun, I am sweating my behind off, I am working hard for other people so that they can profit and benefit while I am here like, I need a break. They didn't even blow that whistle to call me out for a break yet. They are working me to the bone, okay? So think of those kinds of situations in your life where that's how you're feeling, where that energy exchange isn't balanced and you're experiencing this burnout and fatigue and this sort of resentment kind of energy, because that, honey, got to go. All right, and leaving it behind is going to take some courage. Calling out that type of behavior, if it involves a relationship, is going to take courage, okay? Stepping into this new path, stepping into the unknown. Okay, wowzers. So let's take a look at these court cards. You have Queen of Cups, Knight of Coins, King of Swords. So the only thing missing here is a Wands court card, okay? So it'd probably be easiest. We'll go back to astrology here. So the only signs that we wouldn't necessarily be focusing on here are fire signs, and that would be Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo. So anybody that is not one of those signs can definitely be playing a role here in your releasing process here, in understanding your destiny, okay? So I'll describe some of these characters in the story, and then you can kind of connect the dots for your own personal situation here, all right? So why don't we start here with the Queen of Cups. So let me tell you what this type of person is. And you may have met them already, or it could be that this person is coming into your life. So feel into it, see what resonates with you the most, and go with it, okay? So the Queen of Cups, we have a water sign here, and this person is, there are two sides to this person, okay? She can be, and I guess I shouldn't say she, because this is just kind of define feminine energy, doesn't necessarily speaks to like anatomy, but this person, I'll say that, this person is at their best. They can help you feel very seen, very heard. Okay, because they have that empathy and that sympathy. They're on point with that. They can read your emotions and comfort you when you need to be comforted, and encourage you when you need to be encouraged. So they're very in tune with reading the vibes, reading the room, understanding emotions and how they play in our lives, in our successes, in our failures, okay? In our decisions. Now, at their worst, sort of in their shadow aspect, the Queen of Cups, this type of person can be very manipulative. Instead of using emotions to create connections and understanding and compassion, they use emotions in a very manipulative way, okay? By kind of creating these situations where people might feel guilty, they might feel ashamed, they might feel fearful. So more lower vibrational emotions, so manipulating emotions in people. So that is the Queen of Cups energy. Let's look at the Knight of Coins here. So definitely some youthful energy here, but this energy is very cautious, all right? It's not that type of youth that goes in guns blazing, that's very impulsive and reckless. That is not this kind of youth. This kind of youth is one that has learned responsibility early on in life. And this youth also knows that, you know, charging in can sometimes be a very foolish thing to do. And so this youth is one that plans and thinks things through. Is not in a rush to make a choice or a decision, but would rather really contemplate and plan out and visit every option thoroughly here, okay? So that's some of the better features of the Knight of Coins. And some of the more shadow aspects and lower expressions here of the Knight of Coins is someone that's just very slow moving, someone that's very sluggish, someone that is maybe can be kind of lazy, and they prefer to maybe take the easier route, so that they don't have to put more effort than they have to. Maybe a little bit, what is the word here? It's like they want to be efficient and they don't necessarily set their goals high. You know what I'm saying? And so it's not like they don't want to work. Like it's not like they're entirely lazy here. They know that they have to do something. But the thing is, like, are they gonna go that extra mile? Right? If it's like, okay, well, if I just need to pass, then I'm going to study and work hard just so that I can pass, right? Like the whole goal here is to just get this test over with, get my certification, get my licensure, whatever. So I'm just going to pass. I don't need 100%, nor do I want to get 100%. Like I just want to coast on by with the least amount of effort possible. Okay, so that's sort of that shadow aspect of this person here. And in some ways, they might even come off a bit indecisive, okay? Because they look at all these options and they spend too much time over analyzing things. And they don't take action, okay? They don't do. And lastly, here we have the King of Swords, okay? So this is air energy. This was earth energy, if I didn't mention that before. And so what we have here, at their best, the King of Swords is someone with very, very sharp intellect, someone that knows their facts, knows their information, like very thoroughly here. And they're not that type of person that you can win an argument with based on logic, okay? Because they have the facts, and when they know the information that they know, it's very difficult to persuade them otherwise. And definitely they're not that type of person where you can appeal to their emotions, okay? So no sob stories here. That doesn't sway the King of Swords at all. The King of Swords is all about logic and practicality and like what makes sense. And part of their energy too is like what makes sense for the greater good, okay? The King of Swords, you know, the kings have a country that they have to worry about running. And so oftentimes the desires of an individual are overshadowed by the desires of the whole, the desires of the community, of the people. And so, again, like they're so smart, they're like, hey, tell me how me siding with you is going to help everybody. Okay, convince me of this. Give me the facts. You know what it is making me think of is when I was in pre-calculus and some of the earlier maths as well, there were these things called theorems, right? How many of you know what I'm talking about? Yes, I'm taking you back. I'm taking you back to like high school and college mathematics, algebra, geometry, calculus. There are these things called theorems, right? That are ways to prove mathematical concepts, right? And so that is what this King of Swords is really all about, is this logic. Like you have to prove, you have to lay out the facts. Like we're in a court of law here where I'm not going to be moved by emotions and sob stories and like I'm not going to relate to you in that way. And that kind of leads me into their shadow aspects, where that they can definitely come off as very cold and uncaring, even though that may not be true. Again, they do have the interest of everybody at heart here, and they definitely want to do what's right. Okay. But again, they come off a little bit cold. Maybe they can even come off as a bit of a know-it-all, right? It's kind of like, okay, well, you have the facts, so why are you even wasting my time by trying to see if I can convince you otherwise? Like, you've already come to a decision, so this whole this whole discussion or this whole argument is rather pointless right now, you know? And so they can come off that way and seem very inhumane, okay? Very inhumane and a bit unrelatable on that level. Okay, so wow, very interesting. So we got some people mixed in here. We got some leaving things behind and honoring your destiny path, putting in your effort and energies to things that support your dreams, for sure. Releasing these fears and these worries and being courageous. Okay, so that was like my brief little summary to catch us all up to speed here. Let's get some final messages here from the divine feathers. Okay, we got the blackbird already like jumped out, ready to like share with you all. And we have, oh my gosh, you got 3. Okay, we're gonna go with it. We got 3. We got kingfisher and this other mystery feather. So let's take a look at king feather and blackbird. Wow, so we got a lot of like black energy in here. So let's see. Blackbird. We have the magical and unique qualities of your untapped potential are unfolding now. Bam, there you go, your dreams that you didn't tap into, your dreams that you didn't put energy and time and effort into. Now you can do so. You have the time, the resources, the ability to, and the luck. The luck is on your side to pursue your dreams and make something of it, whatever that is that you desire. We have the kingfisher here. Oh, look at the spiky hair. It's like bedhead. It's so cute. Prosperity is flowing. Have faith that you will receive it in the perfect form. Bam, there you go. So maybe some of you are afraid again of leaving the security because you're afraid that scarcity might take its place if you pursue your dreams. And kingfisher here saying, no, honey, prosperity is flowing. Okay. And lastly, we have the magpie. Reevaluate your priorities. It is time to let go of what you no longer need. Bam. 8 of Cups energy right there, okay? Dang, how resonant is all of those cards. So let me know what spoke to you most in this reading by commenting it down below. And of course, I invite you to like and subscribe to this channel, but don't forget to turn that notification bell so that you are notified whenever another reading is posted. And to go to another reading, there's a link right up here in the top right corner, and a special message for those of you that are on that spiritual journey here now, on that journey of healing and releasing and manifesting your dream life here. I invite you to connect with me because I am looking to connect with brilliant souls and star family and coach them and offer all the knowledge and guidance and wisdom I have within me for your benefit. So to see if we're a good match, I encourage you to schedule an appointment there, and my Calendly, the link for that is in the description box below. You have nothing to lose and a lot to gain from connecting with me on this call to see if we're a great match and discuss the ways in which I could help you achieve your goals and dreams and help you tap into all of this potential within. All right, so I look forward to connecting with you, my dears, and until next time, sending you all so much love and cosmic hugs. Thank you for tuning in, Star Fam. I'll see you again soon. Bye. Hey there, Star Fam. Welcome back to another reading here at Transform with Ryan. And today we are going to be looking at where is your life headed next. So for those of you that were drawn to the bridge card here, welcome to your reading. Let me know who you are in the comments down below. And of course, let me know where you're tuning in from. And let's talk about this bridge card right here. So definitely where your life is headed next is the building of a connection. For some of you, it's more like a realization of a connection, okay? And so someone new, something new is coming to your life. And what I'm hearing is for some of you, it's something that has felt like it's been eluding you for the longest time. And you're like, why can't I just meet this person? Why can't I just get this job? Why can't I find my dream home? Why can't I, find my calling? Like whatever it is, what's next in your life is the creation of this connection to whatever it is you feel has been missing in your life, whatever it is that you've been searching for. Oh my gosh, this feels so powerful and it feels so amazing. And I'm so stoked for you because definitely for some of you, it's felt like the wait to this connection has been so long and has been dragging like ridiculously. And so I'm stoked that finally things are gonna light up here. Like I'm feeling these neon lights and colors coming through, like this image of the bridge card shows, and it's going to be a blast. It's going to be super duper fun for many of you is what I'm feeling here. And the important thing for you to know moving forward here is say yes. Okay? Say yes. Say yes to things that don't make sense to you, but you feel it within your gut that you need to say yes to this person, to this opportunity, to this job, to this whatever. Okay? I'm hearing that, you know, the journey towards your goal here to this connection is not going to make logical sense. All right? It's going to be almost a bit convoluted, you know? It's like let me just give a brief rundown of a story that someone told me before. Like someone was single and they were looking for a relationship and they put it out to the universe like, hey, universe, I've gotten over this breakup. I'm ready to welcome new love into my life. I'm ready to meet my soulmate. I'm ready to have a life together with them. And, you know, a friend invited them out for drinks. And they were like, man, I don't want to go out for drinks. Like, I'm feeling tired. It's been a long week. But something in them said, go out for drinks. Okay? And they went out for drinks and they were headed towards a spot that they normally would go to. But then I guess the line was like really long there and they didn't want to wait. They just wanted to get in and have a drink already. And so what ended up happening is they went to another bar, like a new bar, further down the block. And it was a little bit more low key of a bar. It was one that they never really thought of, you know, before. And, you know, my friend was like, well, I could have just taken that as a sign and been like, oh, we can't go to the usual bar because the line is long. Like, let me just go home then. But the friend was just like so insistent about, you know, having some drinks together, at least one. And, you know, my friend was like, okay, fine, I'll just go with it. I'll honor that. I said I'd come out with you for a drink tonight, so I'll honor that promise. And so they went to this new bar, and there is where he met his next girlfriend. Who he was in a relationship with, okay? So that's what I mean by saying yes. Saying yes to something, even if it seems like you shouldn't, for whatever reason your brain is making up, okay? So you never know who you're gonna come across, or you never know what opportunity is gonna fall into your laps. So let's take a look here at what magic is unlocking here in this next phase of your life, wherever it is you're headed. And then we'll pull some tarot cards to get more information, of course, okay? Ooh, that felt like a really strong shuffle. So we have best possible decision. Ooh, Artemis, goddess of the bow, help me see what must be known. Okay, there you go. So it's about making this decision to say yes to yourself, this decision to being open to what the universe has to share and offer you, the decision to see all these little breadcrumbs and opportunities that's leading you on your path forward to whatever it is that you want, okay? So where you're headed next is sort of this journey towards whatever it is that you've been seeking and wanting, all right? So making these decisions, again, that are more guided from your heart center, from your gut instinct, rather than from logic and what makes sense in the moment, okay? And I'm sensing for some of you, like no matter how tired or no matter how nervous you are about making this choice or this decision, you're gonna feel this like butterfly sensation within your gut. And Spirit is like, trust that butterfly sensation. Trust that like little tingle in your tummy and in your fingertips and wherever that's gonna lead you forward. Like I'm getting it from Spirit, like your spidey senses, you know? For those of you that are familiar with Spider-Man and the comic hero there, it's like he has these spider senses that let him know when there's approaching danger, okay? But in your case, your spider sense is telling you when there is an opportunity here to be had for your best and highest timeline, okay? Oh, I love this. Oh, you know, they really should be teaching people about gut instincts and intuition in the school system and understanding your emotions. I think that's definitely a very helpful piece of learning and wisdom to have, you know? Okay, let's see what the tarot has to share to build upon what we've discovered about where your life is headed next. Okay, we already got some really fun and awesome news. I can't wait to hear what else the tarot has to add to this. We're going to pull out 8 cards, which is like a whopper. It's a lot of cards here. So we have the 7 of Swords, Strength, 9 of Wands, 3 of Coins, 5 of Cups, 2 of Cups, 10 of Coins. Ooh, I like it. I like it. Okay, we're like getting a bit crowded here. Let's make some room for the crew, for the fam. Okay, how are we looking? Good? Space? All right. And lastly, we have 8 of Wands. Okay, wow, lots of fast movement here, okay, y'all? So hold on to your hats, kids, because you are going on a ride. You are going on an adventure here. It is going to move really fast for you now moving forward, okay? Because remember, I was saying earlier that this connection, it feels like you've been waiting like an eternity for it. And now Spirit is like, okay, yeah, you did wait an eternity, but now it's time to put your roller skates on because we are zooming. So things are going to start moving very, very quickly for you, okay, loves? So hang on to your hats because, like, universe ain't playing. Your destiny awaits, okay? Let's see what else we got cooking here. So I definitely see here at the end this really profound and powerful connection coming through for you, my loves. And for many of you, it is going to be romance. It is going to be this romantic connection with, very well could be your life partner for many of you, okay? Someone that you're going to maybe marry even and be committed to. And this 10 of Coins is, for what I'm feeling for many of you, is like this success when it comes to career, especially, and being able to amass this amount of wealth. And if you so desire, and I think many people who watch this channel are very kind-hearted, warm, and giving, you can use this wealth and abundance to help others, to support others, whether that be your family, whether that be some charity, whether that be a friend in need, okay? So sharing in this bounty that you will be achieving here. Some of you might even be getting this promotion. Hey, and you know, with the promotion comes that pay raise. What? Okay. So it could even be something as simple as treating your loved ones out to a really lovely dinner, or taking your family on this vacation that you've been wanting to go on for the longest time, and being able to splurge a little, okay? So, oh, I love that. I love that. Okay, so let's kind of look at this side here, because there's a lot going on with this energy. So what I'm seeing here is definitely there is, so right before this success, there's going to be like this, what I'm hearing, and I'm looking at this card here, and it's like Spirit is just like chuckling. It's like there's this final boss. You're at like the boss stage. So you went through, you know, like in Super Mario, I think it's Super Mario World 3. Maybe even all of them are like this, where, you know, there's like World 1, Stage 1, World 1, Stage 2, World 1, Stage 3, right? And then there's like one of the stages has a mini boss, and then finally when you get to the final, you know, stage of the world, like whatever, World 1, Stage 9, that's when you face the big boss, okay? And so that's what I'm seeing here with this like part of the reading is like you're going to be facing this like final ultimate challenge or test before you are connected here. And so let's kind of see what flavors we have coming up with this final test. Okay, so so parts of the flavor here is loss. Okay, so for those of you that are familiar with law of attraction, and that sort of, I guess, philosophy we can call it, that you know, when we lose something, it means that we're just making space for something new and better to take its place. All right. So there's going to be some kind of loss that's definitely going to make you feel sad, and maybe bring you down a bit, but it's part of that clearing process. Okay. It's like, oh, it makes you think of this episode that I watched from this comedy show on Netflix, where this girl was super duper attached to her car because it was her mom's car and it was like handed down to her. And then her mom passed away. And she kept the car like well past its time and it was like falling apart. Like parts of it were held together with duct tape. Like this car was a hot mess. But she didn't want to let it go because it was the only physical thing left that she had of her mom's, that she felt connected to her mom in. And, she had this idea and this notion that by like getting rid of her car and sending it to the, to be demolished was like dishonoring her mom's memory, and that she wouldn't be able to feel connected to her mom again if she loses her car. And the car actually was quite, I told you it was held together by duct tape, so that's really not safe, right? To be driving, not for you and not for other people on the road. And so she finally, had to let go of the car, and she was able to keep some piece of the car to serve as her reminder, but it was a very hard and difficult process for her. And so that's part of what you may have to experience here, okay? Is like letting go of something that you've held so near and dear to your heart. Finally, it's been coming, is what I'm hearing from Spirit. It's something that you had to do. You've just been putting it off, and kind of refusing to let go. But now's the time, okay? So for you to make this connection, it's time to release something that you've held onto for so long. And because of this time, it's held a lot of sentimental value to you. So letting that go. And here, with the Nine of Wands, I'm seeing that you are going to have to face a lot of your fears, whatever they may be here, okay? It's like conquering your fears. Sometimes in some of the movies that I watch, there are those supernatural magic kind of shows. Maybe you watch them yourself, like Charmed, and even shows that are like Smallville, Green Arrow, whatever. Even like Doctor Strange, I feel like has whiffs of this. But it's like there's this test that some of the heroes have to go through to prove their worthiness of being a hero, worthiness of their powers or whatever, where they go into like a dream state or something and they have to confront their worst fears and overcome them. That's what this strength card is about, like overcoming your worst fears and having that courage and that bravery to move beyond the fears. And so for many of you, that's this fear that you're going to have to conquer, okay? Like fear of being rejected, for those of you seeking love, for example. Fear of not doing good work, for those of you that are like looking for a promotion, or fear of this, of not performing to this certain standard, okay? And for those of you that, need to leave a relationship so you can experience freedom and not be weighed down or be abused or whatever, it's like this fear of maybe being alone. And for those of you leaving a job, it's this fear of not, having an income. Like you have to work through and release these fears. so that you can claim your prize here. Okay, so that's going to be your boss level, your final task, is moving beyond and past these fears. Okay, now this Seven of Swords energy, I hear a couple of things coming through with this one, and it's very, very interesting. So one is someone is not being honest with you. Okay, someone has been deceiving you, and not being very trustworthy, actually. Okay, and it's time to confront that, to air it out, to bring out that dirty laundry. Okay, like that Kelly Rowland song is like, bring it out, air it out, call people out on things. And if you have some dirty laundry yourself, it's time to bring it out. Okay, it's like exposing the lies to get to the truth. And that can be a very scary prospect for a lot of people. Okay, like maybe confronting the truth of like, wow, I really don't like this job or this career that I initially chose, or I'm really not happy in this relationship with this person. Whatever it is that you that needs to come out, whether from you and or the other party. Okay, so confronting these lies, confronting this deceit, this trickery, people really owning up for their actions now and their choices. That's what I'm seeing here, and it can get kind of messy when you have to go that route. You know what I'm saying? If for any of you that have been in that position where you have to come clean, or someone comes clean, there's going to be a lot of hurt feelings here. There's going to be a lot of anger, perhaps rising up, and you're going to have to navigate those in a very conscious way, and work with those energies, okay, and allow them to heal and dissipate, and not hold on to them, and not shut down again when things feel too difficult or too challenging. The other thing that I'm sensing here is some of you might have to face up to the fact that you might have been lying to yourself, okay? That your mind has been lying to you. Your mind has been, maybe there's this nagging voice in your head that's super negative, that's kind of putting you down, or not allowing you to dream, right? That negative self-talk, that's your ego lying to your true self, your authentic self, your higher self, to discourage it from shining brightly and doing what needs to be done for your highest and greatest good. All right, so that energy is coming through strongly. So what are the lies? What is the deceiving, tricky kind of energy that you have put out there for others, other people have put onto you? And for many of you, most importantly, what lies have you been telling yourself? Okay, so those are the things, that's the final boss, the final bit, to ultimately then connect you with your goal, your dream, what it is you've always wanted, is working through these energies. But you have the strength. There is a happy ending here, right? Okay, just like with Super Mario, like Mario saves the princess. Gosh, gender roles. Ugh. But anyways, it was like an older video game anyway, you know? So we won't hold it against Mario. But yeah, beautiful love, beautiful relationships and connections are there. Opportunities for wealth and abundance are there for you, okay? Just get through your boss level here, my loves. You can do it. You can do it. Okay, so we got some divine messages here already. The cardinal wants to come out, so I'll read that for you here in a second. Let's see what else we got coming. I intended for 2, but our other reading got 3. Okay, let me just shuffle. I feel like Spirit's like, no, shuffle again. Make sure nothing else jumps out. Okay, so we're good with these 2. Okay, so we have the Raven and the Cardinal. Oh, look at this pairing, this like rusty red and this black coming together. So let's see what they have to share with you, okay, for this, where you're headed next. Cardinal, stand tall and proud. See the leadership role unfolding ahead of you. Okay, so definitely, regardless, stand tall and proud in who you are. And for those of you looking for that raise, that promotion, that step up in career and work, leadership up ahead, more responsibilities that you can definitely handle, okay? Raven, the universe is calling you to notice important synchronicities. Ooh, okay. So it sounds like Spirit is going to lend you a helping hand here. That's a little bit more visible, okay? Not just a feeling. So look out for those angel numbers. Look out for those butterflies, those rainbows, those shooting stars, those lucky coins, whatever it is that you have come to grow up to believe are good omens, okay? So look out for those, my dears. Ooh, I love this. I'm so excited for you. You're finally connecting with something you've always been wanting. So just, you got this, okay? You have this final hurdle to overcome, but I believe in you. So let me know what resonated most with you in your reading by commenting it down below. And I invite you to like and subscribe to this channel. As always, make sure to turn that notification bell on so you don't miss a reading. And you can go to another reading if you so desire by clicking this link right up here in the top right corner. Now, for those of you, my special star fam, who are on this journey and in need of assistance and coaching, I would really be grateful for the opportunity to share what I know about law of attraction, developing psychic and spiritual gifts, and helping you on that self-discovery and transformational journey, all right? And so there is a link in the description box down below to book a one-to-one discovery call with me so that I can hear about your goals and dreams and see how I can best help you achieve them, all right? And then we'll get an opportunity to connect and see if we're a good fit to be working with each other as well. So definitely nothing to lose. I can't wait to connect with you, beautiful souls. Until next time, sending everyone so much love and cosmic hugs. Congratulations on connecting with your greatest wish here. See you soon.